You versus you. It is about who you are today and who you want to be. A 7 days or 30 days challenge will give me a bunch of YouTube clicks. But will that change people's lives? The Project 50 challenge went viral. But I'm asking myself, how many people stick to their habits after those 50 days? With 100 days, no motivation nor a reward system will get you there. It plays with your mind and brain. Phase 0. Understand why. You know, our brain loves the comfort zone. Safety over growth. It's that simple. Tim Ferriss said once, people would rather be unhappy than uncertain. So keep that in mind in anything you do in your life. Our brains have a negativity bias. So what you need to do is to challenge your irrational brain with smart goals. Foundation phase. Create a transformative life. You hear it now everywhere in leadership. Companies are trying to change from a transactional leadership to a transformational leadership. No reactionary decisions anymore, where you are making passive decisions while now being in the middle of a crisis and finally taking the actions. In transformational leadership, it is about taking the lead, motivating people and inspiring them. When combining this transformational leadership model with the so-called Eisenhower matrix model, you see why it is impossible for people to actually get into that transformation zone in their personal lives. It sees the negativity and the stress it is confronted with and executes on those tasks, even though they might be not important ones. I call this the survival mode. Nothing transformational at all. So where should you put the focus on in the next 100 days? It is the non-urgent but important tasks. Taking care of your body, having a morning routine, reading self-improvement books, networking, healthy relationships, or starting a side hustle. But how can you actually achieve them? I mean, just make it a priority in your life. It's easier said than done. And for that, we have the block phase. Set clear boundaries. Throughout my day, I have 3 independent phases. The morning glory, work time, and my turn off mode. In the first 2 hours when I wake up, I focus on learning new knowledge, creating better YouTube videos, studying, and putting my mental health and wisdom as my main priority. For your next 100 days, you need to find those important tasks yourself. Crucially, implement one uncomfortable task. For me, that will be the cold shower in my morning routine. Now comes the phase people struggle the most with. Work phase. No matter if you are an employee, a student, or self-employed. Everyone, including myself, gets a lot of days where they are stressed, draining their energy, and feeling awful. Because they couldn't finish everything they had to get done at work, for example. Or simply their day was filled with negativity. Here comes the tricky part for most of the people. Turn it off. For the next 100 days, I just want you to simply turn it off. Don't let that negativity get into your head. Do beneficial things for your mental and physical health after you leave your workplace. Focus on the so-called non-urgent but important task from the Eisenhower matrix model. The best example for myself would be the amount of friendships I lost over the past 3 years, I guess. The simple reason for that is my dedicated work mode I have currently. I am not unhappy at all, but you know, it's the small things in life you need to make as a priority. Say yes to meeting up with friends, even if you have a stressful time. Face yourself into the uncomfortable, even though your brain is telling you not to do. I use personally the turn off mode for the gym. But what I have been doing recently is to talk up to people there I see daily and just have a quick chat with them. Because that also gets me out of my comfort zone, and I actually made some good friends there. It does not take a lot to make the next 100 days of your life the best ones. Simply enjoy the small things, do the things you actually enjoy and you want to work on, and set them as priority. If I would be brutally honest with you, my biggest advice would be to make it not a challenge. Enjoy the process and start with small goals. Do them consistently without feeling obliged to do them for a period of time. And don't bound it to a reward system. Simply love who you are becoming.